Hi, how are you?
Hello, good to see you. How are you, Lyra?
So lovely to see you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. Because of our connection, I'm a little hard of hearing right now, so I'll have you speak up or I'll repeat questions. But I'm just great,
Yeah,
just great.
no problem at all. So it's such an honor to speak with you because all the women in my family watch you on Days of Our Lives religiously. That
Tell them hello for me and thank you.
I will. I'm going to send a link afterwards. And congratulations on celebrating 45 years on Days. You must be so proud.
I tell you, it's my son has gotten into television production, and he's been there a week, not with a soap, with a different kind of show, and he came home every day and went, I love this. I love this. And the other day he said, "Did you feel that way when you began on Days?" And I thought, "Yeah, I did." And I
Mm,
still, life is harder now. It's COVID. You can't hang with your co-stars. You can't, but it still is just the most extraordinarily creative process there is. And to hang with people that you love and admire, know how they work the same way, turn out a creative product that people tune into every single day is just, it's
yeah.
such a gift. And I'm grateful every day for it. I love it.
Aw. Okay, so for those that love Days of Our Lives, that love you on Days of Our Lives, tell them about Beyond Salem.
Beyond Salem is a freestanding 5-hour show that you'll get obviously in segments. It's streaming on the Peacock network, if it's called a network. I'm new to streaming,
It's
and
okay.
it's a caper. It's taking 5 days to tell an amazing story that we lead into. I think I think I think maybe in Friday's show I didn't see it, but in one of my shows I say to John, "Well, it looks like we're going to Zurich." And we're going to Zurich. You'll see it on Peacock, but we will refer to it back on Days. It will become part of the Days storyline when we were in Zurich and when we were looking for the jewels. And it's a romp, and uh, it's a there was a heist, and now we're trying to find the jewels. And there's a peacock statue, and it has these 7 gemstones in it that somehow, when they're put together, they blow up infinity and beyond. I don't know what it does, but it does some terrible thing, and we have to stop it from happening. And so we've got 7 couples who get out there, 5 couples I've forgotten, but we go out to these different countries and we try to find the gemstone.
Amazing. So it must have been such a treat to reunite with Christie Clark, who played Carrie, of course. So tell me about reuniting with her.
Christy, I knew her since she was an embryo. I mean, she came to us
Right.
so young, and so I've gotten to spend the major part of my career watching her grow up, and
Yeah.
it's been quite an adventure. She lives in Europe, and she has gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girls. How could she not?
Yeah.
And she's sweet, she's dear, she's down to earth, she's a family, she's a mom. And but we did that. Charles Shaughnessy also I have not seen in quite a
Mhm.
long time, and catching up with him and finding out what he's been up to and what his life is like. And as I said, the director had to begin every scene with "Shut up, everybody," because we couldn't stop yakking at each other. It was a wonderful week. It was just a delicious week.
Oh, I've heard Charles is hilarious. Is that true?
Charles Shaughnessy is hilarious. And his looks defy that. I mean, you would think, well, here's
Right.
a very sedate kind of guy, and he is screamingly funny. So it's especially funny coming out of him.
And of course, the fans love Marlena and John, played by Drake, of course. And they love watching the two of you on Days. So tell me about some of your favorite memories and moments of working with him.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've lived a lifetime together, of course, because
Yeah.
for me it's been 45 years, and for him it's been, I don't know, I don't know. He's a few years
Wow.
younger than I am in the show. And so it's when you really know people, when you really, oh, this is going to make him upset. He's going to find this so funny. Or, but the charming part about working with Drake is that I call it working without a net, because
Mhm.
we work so fast and at such a pace and such intensity that you've got no room for surprises. You can't integrate surprises into what you're trying to do, and so I know how Drake's going to react to things. He knows how I will react to things. He can say, "Did you think to?" "Yes, I thought. Good idea. We'll try it." "Okay." People will say, "What?" And it's that kind of shorthand.
Mhm.
Um, um, we know how we're going to make out. We know how we're going to laugh. We know how we're going to hug him. But it's just there are no surprises, which makes the job incredibly easy. Um, so I don't know if he would say the same thing, but
Hope so.
Drake's one of Drake's habits that I have had to come to live with
Mhm.
is that Drake reads. I'm going to make this up, the entire show, and he has this amazing memory. And before a scene, he will tell you everything that happened before that scene. Me, I'm lucky to show up on time with my clothes on. So it's just I don't need to know what the last crew did. All I need to know is what I'm saying to you and what we're doing. Yeah, but there, so we're always at odds on that thing. Not the way that I work. I like to be surprised by my work. I like to think,
Mhm.
oh, where did I find that little piece of business? That was kind of fun, and that's how I work. So we're very different, and happily, it plays well on camera.
No, you've had some crazy moments on the show. We love them, but you've had some crazy moments. You've been possessed. You were a serial killer. You had hysterical amnesia. I could go on and on. So, what were some of your favorite moments to play?
You know, a couple, and they're none of the ones you mentioned, oddly enough, although they've been great fun.
Yeah.
Ron Carlivati always writes fun things for me to do. He's our head writer, and he is imaginative and daring, and so I'm always on some sort of a high with what I get to do. My favorite storyline was when my twin sister joined the show, and
Mhm.
she played my twin sister Samantha, who came to Salem to wreak havoc, and did, and she was extraordinary because she basically her whole life has been a career of being a special education teacher. She was not an actress,
Oh,
and I said to her many times, you know what, in this industry, go do a little theater, go do something that gets you in a mode of of being in showbiz, because
mhm.
you might be invited to do it sometime. And Marcus came on the show. Tell me about you. I've got a twin. How soon can she be here? Oh my gosh. And they literally bought her out of her teaching contract and got her on the show. Um, and
Wow.
because she wasn't a trained actress, we know how we look and what our angles are and blah blah blah. She had no idea. And so she didn't try to protect herself. So she was, because as a special education teacher, she's vibrant and she's fun and she's effusive and she's physical, and
Yeah.
that's what she brought to Hattie,
Yeah.
which made Hattie so adorable and so lovable,
Yes.
and her
Yes.
relationship with Mr. Roman and all that stuff. That
Yes.
was such great fun, and there was a point in time where they wanted to bring Hattie back, and my sister was back teaching and went, it's only for a couple, so they had me play Hattie, and oh my gosh, it's a little like playing Possessed. During Possessed, I get to be a
Right.
little, rough and tumble and maybe a little mean. Oh yeah. In fact, I get to be quite mean and cruel this time. But uh, Hattie was a character that I loved doing, and would do her. I would do her 5 shows a week.
Oh, okay. Writers take note.
I'll put the call in when we're off.
Right, right, right. So you have so many fans. The show has so many fans. It's a source of comfort for so many people, especially nowadays. So tell me about some of the fan reactions and fan support that's meant so much to you.
Gosh, what you said is really so important, because I think it's our true value in the world,
Yeah.
um, beyond entertaining people and educating people, is right now. comforting people, because so many people are alone, without family, without loved ones, without anybody stopping by. I used to say that, the holidays are hard for so many people because there are people that don't have family come by and that's the loneliest time, I think, of any time of the year. So at Christmas, we always trim the Horton tree. And Thanksgiving, we always carve the turkey, and you're there at the table, and everybody's gathered. So people have come from far and near to be part of it. So it's a reunion, but it's also the reunion for the audience. Um, uh, so it's meaningful, and that becomes, for many people, that's their only holiday, is having us join them. So I just think it's critically important that we do that, and we do it really well. This year, um, this this year, Marlena gets to go to the Horton Christmas. I don't know if you're conscious of that, but she's never been invited to the Horton, what we call the Horton Ball
Right.
day, because they hang all the Horton bulbs on the tree, or balls, as they say. But anyway, so she's going to be a Christmas this year. Fasten your seatbelt.
Oh yeah.
It is great. And this is, once again, it's Ron Carnevale going, oh, this will be hard to do. Let's do it anyway, because we do such a, we've been talking about it for a while. The Christmas show is, I think we do something that's probably never been safely done in daytime before. So anyway, you'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Can't wait. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your art. I really appreciate it. I can't wait for people to see Beyond Salem.
Thank you
Have an
so much.
amazing day.
Nice to talk
Thank
to you about it.
you. You
Thanks.
too.